Coming up on this episode of West Coast POPCast, we visit the tic-tac-toe board, we answer a few questions, and we discuss what's going on with Kenny Omega. It all happens here on the West Coast POPCast. Ladies and gentlemen, how's it going? I'm Eric. I hope you enjoyed that new intro. I'm joined, of course, by Knock. How you doing, Knock?
I'm good, man. It took a lot for me to stop playing Last of Us 2, but if there's anything to take away from it, it's this podcast. So I hope you guys enjoy watching.
Very nice. Won a bunch of games at the Game Award, and I will be protesting because I am for Ghost of Tsushima. But we are joined by someone I have a problem with. Zach, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. This belt is if it ever comes my way, I'm gonna sport it. I'm gonna be dripping in that gold that I just won.
You know what? There's my issue. I am calling on every one of my Just Us members to help me, because if you go back and listen to the podcast, I predicted not one but two tournaments in New Japan. I called El Fantasma winning the Super J, and I called God winning the New Japan Tag League. So, unofficial champion right here. But you know what? TLC is coming up, so I'll just win it there.
If we just get like a handful of comments supporting you from your Juicy Juice League or whatever it is, the title will be vacated, and we will do something for it with TLC.
Perfectly fair.
Don't give him ammo.
That's what I want, because you know what? I refuse to not be a two-time champion. It's my title.
I think the former champ should have a say in this, and I think the belt should go back to me. I defend my belt on short notice. I had no time to prepare.
Short notice, like WWE booking planned out.
This guy, they watch the same shows as he knew TLC Takeover was happening. But you know what? Let us know in the comments. Should the title be vacated? Should just go to me, because I correct two tournaments, not one show, a whole two damn tournaments. But whatever. We're gonna go ahead, get started with our weekly recap. Zach, the man who can handle the main roster. What's going on Monday Night Raw?
Monday Night Raw. I start off with another nice 10-bell salute to Pat Patterson, and then man, it was a lot of the same stuff over and over again. Slapjack had a match with Mia Yim against and Dana Brooke. Dana Brooke pinned Mia Yim. That was awful. Kofi beat Shelton. Kofi lost to Cedric, and AJ the Miz and Morrison was decent, and Lashley beat Hardy, and otherwise Orton versus Bray. The Fiend came out at the end, which was a cool thing. Lights went out as he was Bray Wyatt, and then when they came back on, he was the Fiend. So cool stuff to do with him. Stuff you got to do when you don't have an audience. So that was Raw.
Okay.
Thanks for taking that bullet for us, man.
Every Monday night, I have to sit there. for the viewers and you guys, I'll do it every Monday.
Couldn't do it. It just hurts too much. I still can't believe Mia Yim lost to Dana Brooke.
Disrespectful.
Ridiculous. They must forgot who Mia Yim is. Oh man. But heading over to NXT, Knock, did you gain for NXT?
NXT was a good show, man. I liked Tommaso Ciampa versus Cameron Grimes. I think they went well together. I love the when the two go in the middle and you go for like they both hit the body slam, but Cameron Grimes reverses it into a splash. I think that's really cool how he does that, man. But Tommaso got the win. Thatcher came out. Io Shirai fought with Toni Storm. That was cool. It's gonna be a nice little feud there. But I gotta tell you guys, both of you guys, because you have been slandering her name. I posted on Instagram earlier. Give Raquel Gonzalez her respect. She is a force. She looks like an Amazon Wonder Woman type woman. She's a beast. If she won the belt, I'd be happy. I love that one-handed power bomb she does, and she took it to Ember Moon and got that big victory.
I'll give her some props during War Games. She won me over a little bit.
She's doing a thing, man. But the big thing of the night, was Karrion Kross coming back. He took out Damian Priest. That'd be a nice little feud to start him off with for his return. But Scarlett looked like she's going after Finn Balor, so we'll see how that plays out.
That outfit she had on was killer.
Yeah.
I haven't seen outfits that cool in movies even lately. That was so cool.
I wonder if she designs it, if she has any say in like some of the outfits she wears. Because I wouldn't be surprised.
Like she must. She's it's too cool not to. All right. Over on, unless you have something to say about NXT, Zach. Any?
No, that was it. That was it, and just more the Boaz Iley training stuff. So
Yeah.
I just don't have any faith in her, so I just blocked that out. But head over to AEW, where we open up with the Young Bucks versus the Hybrid 2. I like the match just because it looks like Jack Evans is in a good place. That is my main takeaway from that match.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember saying there were super kicks and 450s everywhere.
Oh my gosh. I had like 7 count on 450s.
Yeah. This match was Jim Cornette's worst nightmare. So Bucks come out on top, I think. The Acclaimed and SCU come out, so we're probably gonna get like a little 8-man tag or some point. Next up, Cody Rhodes is out there in the ring. Sting comes out, and nothing important is really shared, in my opinion. Let's just take a second and talk about this segment. What did you guys think about Sting?
So I saw this, and we both saw it, and I agree with you guys mostly. This is a different Sting, but I thought he had some subtle things in here, like when he brings Cody in, says, "I'll talk to you later." I like those little subtle jabs. I feel like we might be seeing like a dark heel Sting a little bit, and and I like how he came out and said, "I'm not here for you, man. I'm not coming for you," because everyone who comes in there comes straight for Cody. I like how they put it out there, like, "I'm not coming for you, Cody. I'm not here for you." So that was kind of cool, but it could have been better. His mystique is definitely took a hit.
Yeah, he came out as Steve Borden. He didn't come out as Sting. Again, I'm happy for Steve Borden. Like, this is great for him to. And again, I kind of hope Kurt goes to AEW and does the same thing to close his huge, great career his way. But this was not Sting. Sting did not come out on Wednesday night.
Yeah.
All right. FTR defeat the Varsity Blondes in a nice match. Bring back FTR, their first match since they lost the title. They'll probably go against Jurassic Express soon after a little post-match interaction. Alex Marvez interviews Hangman, which means and it shows that Hangman's going to be teaming with the Dark Order next week. I'm actually looking forward to that because on BTE, I randomly caught the last episode, and it's just the Dark Order getting blackout drunk because they're trying to trying to get Hangman to come party with them.
The Meat Man.
Johnny Hungy.
I'm sure the acting was just so fucking Emmy nominated.
Oh man, you would have loved Johnny Boy in this one, Zach. You would have loved him. Well, it's natural Dustin Rhodes versus Dark Order's 10, and the Dark Order tries to get Dustin to be the next 7. Good callback, I guess.
Oh gosh.
Do you think it's gonna go anywhere? Do you think he's actually gonna end up?
No, there's no way.
Yeah, I don't think he is because he's part of the Nightmare Collective. But I realized if you listen to Dustin's theme song, it is Green Day's Brain Stew. It's the same song. It's done the same way, but yeah, he must be a big Green Day fan.
You have to go back and listen to it. Next up segment, I actually enjoyed it too. The Inner Circle's ultimatum. Jericho trying to get everyone buddy. I actually liked it. I think this was the segment I liked the most on the show. It was it might
have been the best segment of the show. It was hilarious, man. It was really cracking me up. They have good chemistry together.
What did you think, Zach?
Hager and Wardlow saving Inner Circle segments for me for the past month. Those two are great, by the way.
Yeah,
they are.
Oh man,
did you get me? You didn't. What'd you feel about Sammy? Do you think this guy's gonna be a great face when he turns, or?
It's just prolonging what I think we all know is either going to happen. They're going to implode or kick Jericho out.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Next up, before we get to the main event, last thing, Murder Hawk, Lance Archer with Lucha Bros versus Eddie Kingston, Hayden, the Butcher, and the Blade. And this was done to get Penta out of wrestling for a while because he is legitimately injured.
Damn.
Yeah. Damn shame. And also Pac is not known when he's going to return, so Death's Triangle is already kind of down to just one person.
That's a shame, man. They've been off to a rough start because of this. Is it because of his travel situation, or what's going on with him?
Yeah, he went back home for the holidays, so it's kind of weird that they brought him back, and then like they should kind of wait until after the holidays, I guess.
Yeah, but I feel like some of their storylines have been put on hold. It's just they got to get it out there at some point. We still haven't got that blood and guts, but NXT did War Games.
Yeah. And last thing I'll cover, MJF versus Freshly Squeezed Orange Cassidy for the ring. Basically, MJF wins the match. Don't think it's really that important. The important thing is next week we're going to have a 14-man tag with all the people who came to support Orange Cassidy versus all the people who supported MJF.
Miro came out there. He was a hell of a clothesline. I love the way he winds up on it.
What the fuck was he wearing?
I don't know.
Gucci down.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. He's flexing that buddy.
I can't buy him every time he dresses like that and comes on TV. Like,
that's the thing. It was a smartly booked segment, but then he comes out looking like a clown.
Looks like an IG influencer.
It's like if what's his name, the basketball player Westbrook came out to court dressed that, I'd be like, oh, that's right. You're actually a very good I forget you're a good basketball player when you dress like that. Just
man,
know when to dress a certain way.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't hate it though. I don't hate him. I want to see better because I know we can do better, but I don't hate it right now.
As a look, well, actually, I would never wear it, but I don't know. It's just different.
No, yeah, I wouldn't rock that, but whatever. Miro doing his thing. Yeah. I feel like we got the Lana version of Miro. I feel like that's what we're getting right now.
Oh god, Lana finally rubbed up.
Like this is, I feel like she really rubbed up on him.
Lana, I go through your closet and wait.
Oh man,
we cannot leave this show without talking about my boy Shaq making his AEW debut.
We could not talk about it.
He's a meme now. Brady throwing the water in his face. That's what they were going for. Just a meme.
Yeah.
This is kind of awkward a little bit. It was a little weird. I don't know what they were going for.
It was. I was one of those awkward segments for me to watch. I was just,
Brandy got fired up for almost no reason, but
yeah, it felt forced. I don't know if they were on the same page or not, but it felt a little forced.
Yeah, there's something off there. And then Jade was also back, and I don't like her.
Oh yeah,
so I just block her out. But otherwise, that's AEW. Anything else that you guys think of or you want to touch on?
I do want to say this. AEW, please put Britt Baker's The Waiting Room on Dynamite. This is a great segment she has going. More eyes need to be seen on this.
Yes.
Very nice. I hope they do it on both because I kind of like the idea of Dark having something.
Yeah, I think with Dark it gives her more time to have that 10-minute segment. It'd be cut a little short on Dynamite, but I think it'll still work if they did it.
You know what they should do? They should have it be they should have the Waiting Room with Britt on Dynamite, and then have the Waiting Room with, was it Reba or Rebel?
Yeah, Rebel.
Tony's got me all mixed up on that.
Ours got me mixed
up. Rebel should be doing it on Dark because like Britt's working. So while Britt's with a patient or something, Rebel gets some shine and gets some mic play.
I dig that. And this is the first time I heard Marco Stunt perform. I didn't think he could sing this well. He's actually pretty good. I know he did the Fozzy stuff, but damn.
All right. I just realized, because I don't know if we're going to talk about Impact if you guys saw the whole show, but I guess we should talk about it here. Kenny appears with Don Callis, and it's a fucking repeat of Impact. So if you saw the Impact one, which I'm guessing you did, it's a repeat.
Yeah, if you want to talk about Impact real quick, the show, it was the go-home show to Final Resolution. Kenny Omega showed up, huge spike in ratings. They suspected Rich Swann, didn't let him come out, but I think the show really, they dropped the ball on the show, man.
They did. I tried to watch the whole thing. I just couldn't.
It was tough. And then it also just again, pissed me off watching Dynamite when they just said the exact same thing they said the night before. So I just sit through wrestling that I don't like. I hate Sami Callihan, and I just sit through that. So it was just, I don't know.
Yep, and they chose this show with all the eyes watching to show one of the most infamous things in the company's history when he took out Eddie Edwards' eye again.
It was pre-taped, but again, you can cut that in half. You can do other stuff. You can tell people to go back to where you film and film different segments and better matches.
Right. Yeah, but when you get all those eyes, it's great that you got Kenny, but now you gotta prove hey, you should stick around,
Mm-hmm.
So that was a hard show to stomach. We'll see what they do because hopefully the result is good. This is one that I guess we have to wait for. Hope that it works out, but it's not to a great start. All right, Zach, what's going on over on SmackDown?
Over on SmackDown, not too much happened. Dolph beat Montez, and if you can just go back and watch this part of it, it was a good match. I really liked it. But Dolph came out with Rude and cut an actually like really interestingly good promo against Ford. And it was just he just went after the Street Profits in a different way that I haven't really seen him do before, and I really, really liked it. So just a small note on that.
Yeah, you have to keep being reminded. Dolph is really good at what he does.
He is.
Yeah.
What else here? Sami Zayn beat Big E by count out. He did the same running around thing. So I don't know if Big E's coming back with another match or what's going to happen. Decent segment with Kevin Owens, Jey Uso, and Roman Reigns. Roman at the end of it, as he's beating up Kevin in the hallway, looks to the camera and speaks to Kevin's family, and not in a corny way, in a way that we would like this new Roman to do it. He nailed that thing so well. But
very nice.
I'm sorry, but if you're not going to do kayfabe anymore, go after someone's family. It's fun.
Yeah, Roman is on a different stratosphere right now, and to think when Roman is a champ and Kenny Omega is a champ, would I think Roman's doing a better job? He actually is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Riot Squad picked up a victory over Billy Kay and Natty. Billy Kay is actually kind of impressing me 2 on her own. And Otis and Gable are doing kind of like a Thatcher storyline where Gable's kind of like a more comedic Thatcher. But they lost to Cesaro and Shinsuke. And at the end, we had for the women's championship, again, giving it away free on TV before a pay-per-view. Sasha lost to Carmella. Not for the belt, though. It was... I can't remember if it was
the hell of it.
DQ.
It was a DQ. She was stomping her out in the
That's right.
on the corner.
Yeah, so we got that match for free.
Is this new Carmella working? Is she good?
Yeah, it actually does work. It's I don't know how to describe it. It's like something we've kind of seen before, but it's better than Streetwise Carmella.
Okay.
New entrance and new ring gear, so
that's good for her.
Yeah.
All right. With that, did you happen to catch NXT UK? Did you say you caught that one?
I did not catch that one.
Oh boy. All right. Well, Knock, you want to go through what just happened today with Kenny Omega and Laredo Kid?
Yeah. So Triple Mania happened last night. All around good show. Had a lot of blood and guts going on. 2 matches I want to highlight real quick. Featured Brian Cage, Leo Rush, and Daga. They had a Marvel Superheroes match. That was pretty cool. Brian Cage was Thanos. And of course, in the main event, we had Omega take on Laredo Kid, which I think is a rematch. I'm pretty sure they faced a few months ago.
I think so, yeah. Knock,
are you there? Knock. If you don't say anything, I get your PS5.
Well, folks, he's got the title and he's got the PS5.
All right. Well, since he's busy doing that, I'll just go through ROH really quick. In ROH, the Bouncers lost to Mark Briscoe and PCO. It's PCO instead of the other Briscoe brother because of situations with COVID and everything, where they are reshaping everything for their next pay-per-view. The EC3 match will not be happening against Mark Briscoe now. And otherwise, Flip Gordon beat Josh Woods, and that was ROH.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
I don't know what the heck is going on. But yeah, so the Omega match, it was cool. Laredo Kid loses as Nakazawa interrupts him on the top turnbuckle. Omega hits the top turnbuckle, One Winged Angel for the victory. So it was a good match.
All right, and that was from Triple A Mania, right?
Yeah, Triple Mania.
All right. How was any production issues this time? Because I still remember Vampiro freaking out on their stream 2 years ago.
Not that I noticed with this match. I didn't see the whole stream, but not with that match from what I saw.
Okay. All right. Well, any other shows you guys want to run down real quick?
Really quickly, NWA Shockwave has been coming out now on YouTube. It's all older stuff that they tape that they're releasing now as content. So like on this one, Thunder Rosa is the champ and she faced Priscilla Kelly. If you don't want to watch the full episode, watch that match. That match is really, really good. And I just want to say, like, in 2020, I think the women dominated 2020 with matches.
They sure did.
Overall, if you don't want to give them 5 stars or match of the year, just know that they're consistently putting on the best wrestling in the world.
That is damn true.
I'll agree with that.
The last thing I'll say, just real quick, indie rundown. Shout out to the Bodega for winning the championship Hollywood tag team titles. And then Rich Swann and Chris Bay put on a performance at the Impact Resolution. Only the second Black men fought for the world title on the main stage. So shout out to them. They're very fast paced and have great chemistry. But Rich Swann did retain.
Very nice. Is Priscilla Kelly still signed to ROH? Is that where she's at right now?
I don't know, again, because all this stuff was done months and months ago.
Yeah, I don't know where she is.
AEW needs to grab her. They just need to grab everyone they can. All right. Looks like that is the weekly recap. And we're going to jump over to some news. Anybody got some news in the wrestling world?
Oh, I got a few. Let's see here. Kenny will be on Impact this week again for the December 15th, and most likely the pay-per-views are going to be setting up, at least one or two. So maybe it is Rich Swann that he's going to face and be the belt collector. The Snoop and Taker merch was reportedly pulled before AEW aired, and it was only scheduled to run to December 6th. If you're not familiar with that, Snoop Dogg will be appearing on one of AEW's, was it a New Year's Eve show?
Yeah, one of them. Yeah.
The 6th.
Yeah,
I think it is the 6th.
So he's going to be appearing on that, and apparently people backstage at WWE flipped out because he's a Hall of Famer there, and he did have this collaboration with The Undertaker for merch, which is actually pretty cool. But apparently people were, dogging WWE for taking it down because of that. The report that I read was from eWrestlingNews.com, so if it is false, blame them, not me. Also, ROH Final Battle pulled EC3, Bandito, Flamita, and Kenny King due to COVID reasons, so that whole pay-per-view card is getting switched up. And when I watched it last night, it was not fully altered yet. It was still like EC3 versus Briscoe and stuff like that. So they're doing it online. If you visit their Instagram and their website, I think those are the updated cards. Otherwise, the last thing I got here is Ethan Page's contract is ending. He likely won't re-sign with Impact. If you do remember, he did team with Cody once or more, but they did team together. So he may be going to AEW. Oh, and one last bit. WWE NXT India will officially launch and begin filming next month. It is going to be an 8-man tournament. It's going to face Jinder Mahal, the Singh brothers, Indus Jeet Ramag. I can't say a lot of these names, so you can just look it up online and save me some embarrassment. It is going to be filmed at the Performance Center in Orlando, and yeah, we'll start up soon.
Okay.
That's all I got.
I'm very surprised that NXT India is starting before NXT Japan, because I've not heard anything about India being set up. But they're going straight for it. The surprise. So Great Khali isn't on that card yet. He's on that 8-man.
No, I don't even know if he does anything anymore. But I'm pretty sure he's going to be doing something at the Performance Center there.
I know he's he trains. He has a school, and that's where every Indian WWE star goes through. Like if you want to get WWE from India, you have to go to Khali's school. But okay. While Naki is having some connection problems, I'll go straight into my news. WWE has just sent back a number of big men. Actually, I'm going to say that one for Naki comes back. He really loves that one. I'll just wait for him to come back. He's connecting right now. He's going to have some editing. News I've got in hand. There's backstage heat between the NXT creative team and the Raw creative team over Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair's booking at WrestleMania. So NXT creative team had plans for Rhea to go over by pinning Bianca Belair at Mania in a triple threat. So Zach, you might want to actually submit your application because they pretty much had the same idea you had.
I can't, by the way. There's something I can't. I know last week I said I was going to apply. I tried to apply, and it wouldn't put my application through. So I'll keep trying.
Please keep trying. Save the rest.
Yeah, of the world. For her short run, Charlotte did not need that win at all.
No, I think the game plan was she would stay on NXT. She would still be there just without the title. But the Raw team shut that down quickly, and a lot of NXT stars who got called up were like, "Well, you guys should have expected it." So.
They're so frustrating.
I know. WWE has sent a number of big men down to the Performance Center for retraining, just to get them get them back up to shape. Which after we say who it is, it's gonna be shocking. But I don't necessarily hate this because NXT UK did the same thing, which it makes sense for them because a lot of their guys were inactive because of COVID. So for them, it was necessary. But for these big men, it's just Keith Lee, Braun Strowman, AJ Styles' bodyguard, Dabakato. I never know this dude's names. I've never seen him. And somebody, and Dio Madden or whatever, Mace. They all got sent back down to train with Drew Gulak and somebody else.
I didn't know Sherman got sent down too, but the Keith Lee thing is outrageous.
Yeah. The only saving grace is it's not. I don't think a lot of people are reporting that it's not like Vince looked at Keith Lee and said he's out of shape. It's just he sent like just big men in general. But you should still know Keith Lee doesn't have to fucking go.
Exactly.
Right. And I know it's been reported too online that maybe for this year's Mania, it's going to be a triple threat between Drew, Brock, and Keith Lee. So some sites are saying Vince wants him to be ready for that kind of a match and just to kind of slow down a little bit. But
yeah,
it's still kind of insulting.
Yeah.
There was another site that reported he also wants to have every big man kind of to his idea of what a big man should be. So I don't know. I think we're gonna see Keith Lee do a lot less tope con hilos.
Yeah. So just make him boring.
Yeah. Like every other big man. We'll see.
I don't know. I disagree. You guys talk about India coming already?
We did, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you got anything to add to it?
No, I just think that'd be cool. Like I know Jeff Jarrett tried to tap into that India market a few years ago with his GFW, and he had some success at the beginning. So I can see WWE having some success over there.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see Jinder Mahal return.
Yeah, I think Zach said you said Jinder and the Singh brothers are gonna be in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good call.
Exactly what how Jarrett did it.
Yeah.
They should consult him, honestly.
Is Jarrett's gonna be right?
He might be.
Yeah, I think he's backstage roles. They probably are. All right. Last thing I have, Roman Reigns WrestleMania opponents list is it's still not concrete yet, but the list is getting clearer. We've got The Rock, who says that he is open to a match, but in 2022. So he does not want to do the tears.
Yeah, he want that crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He ain't doing that empty show. Big E is a lot of people are saying that Big E's not really on the list. They don't think it's gonna happen. The big winner, it looks like it's gonna be Goldberg. He and Roman took some shots at each other online, and it was the match we were supposed to have at the previous Mania. So it's looking like Goldberg and Reigns might.
At this point in time, with how good Roman is, he does not need a 2-minute match with Goldberg with just spear.
And that's exactly what it would be.
Yeah.
Because I mean, Reigns would go over, but it's just no one needs that.
Yeah, it's kind of how you do it. Because I mean, Braun just beat Goldberg, but no one remembers that because the match was terrible.
The only good thing that could come out of this is if he just demolishes Goldberg.
Yeah.
And claims how he can just defeat any like legend or whatever. And then you have him do it a couple more times throughout the year. And just have him cut like a certain specific promo each time after he does it, and then that brings out The Rock. But they're not going to look that long term. They're not going to do that long term because they're stupid. That's
a good point, man. This is another more reason why Zach should be booking.
Exactly. It's looking like if it's not Goldberg, then the person I would really hope for, Daniel Bryan, is also being listed for WrestleMania. So we'll see. Without a doubt, Reigns is going to Mania with the title. As he should.
Yeah.
With that, let's Knock. You have any news you want to share with the class?
No, you guys covered the news things I saw. I think that's about it. Yeah, for me.
All right. Well, before we go on to a little game Zach's got planned, I just want to give a quick update about the giveaway. So this was supposed to be the last episode, the last week where you subscribe, you have a chance to win. But I was getting the names of all our subscribers so I could do the drawing next week. And I realized I'm not going to say how many were eligible, but out of 93 subscribers, we were nowhere near how many people I'm assuming want to be in this giveaway, because you guys have your profiles set to private, so I can't even see if you're subscribed to us. So I'm extending the time period one more week. You guys have one more week to be eligible. Please make sure your profiles are set to public so we can see if you're subscribed to us. I promise we don't care what else you're subscribed to, whatever freaky shit you guys watch. I just want to get your names down. I've gotten a few of our day ones down who I can't see on our list because I went back to almost every video. I looked in the comments. I was like, okay, this person's been here. I've got your name. But if you want to be in this giveaway, you've got to make sure we can see your subscribers list. Don't assume that we have your name. Make sure you're in this giveaway, because I do not want to have to give this away to like Zach and one other actual person. So please.
Give me that. Give me your belt. Give me your lunch money.
Oh gosh. But enough talk for right now. Zach, you got a little game planned out for us?
Yeah, so today we're going to play Who'd You Rather. It's not as freaky or perverted as you think, Eric. It is actually done specifically per category here. I'm just going to ask you a simple question between two people, and you just give me your response. So let's get started here. We'll just go Eric and Knock. So who'd you rather push, Baron Corbin or Luther?
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
It has to be Baron, but I wouldn't be happy about it.
It's Baron Corbin. That's not even close.
I agree. All right, next one. Who'd you rather send to the PC instead of the people that they did send? Kalisto or Nia Jax?
Nia Jax.
Yeah, it has to be Nia. Kalisto knows what he's doing. He's a professional. He just messes up sometimes. Nia is just on purpose.
All right. Who'd you rather fire? Jackson Riker or Velveteen Dream?
Jackson Riker.
100% Riker.
Man, we're getting 100% correct today. All right. Who would you rather have do your entrance music, Drake or The Weeknd?
Ooh.
Drake.
Yeah, I'm a good Drake, but Weeknd's pretty cool.
Man, yeah. I was going to say The Weeknd. I don't need sleepy music when I come out. All right. Who would you rather slow down in the ring for longevity's sake and a better career?
Darby Allin.
Phoenix or Darby Allin?
In that question, it has to always be Darby.
Yeah, I'm going to go Darby, but Ray needs to chill out a bit too.
Yeah, I think especially on Dynamite. Save it for the bigger matches. I know it draws in people that want to see it more and more, but especially like AJ Styles coming into WWE. He held off on a lot of his arsenal. So it would be more
so much
later on. All right. Who would you rather sign? Davey Boy Smith or Jonathan Gresham?
Jonathan Gresham.
Yeah, I'd like to see Gresham. He has a different style than a lot of people his us.
Yeah.
All right. Who would you rather star in a comedic action movie? Sean Spears or R-Truth?
As funny as R-Truth is, I've never actually seen him like seriously act, so I'm gonna say Sean Spears.
I was gonna go the opposite. I love Sean Spears. I think he is very funny, but I'm gonna go R-Truth because I think he'd be a natural.
Yeah, Truth's my guy. I go with him. You can kind of listen to his rap. That's kind of more on the serious side sometimes, so that's why I get a little bit more of the. And some of his promotional pictures for it were more serious, so I can see him pulling it off.
Okay.
All right. What would you rather do for a month? Would you rather only drink eggnog for a month or only eat fruitcake? Like that's your liquid for a month or that's your solid for a month?
So you're asking, would I rather live the way I live every year or would I rather eat fruitcake? So I'm going to go eggnog.
Don't kill me on this one, but does Silk Dog count?
It absolutely does not.
I don't know what that is.
I'm going to go eggnog. No, I'll go eggnog.
Okay. Oh, man. I'm going to go fruitcake. I can always hit up some muscle milk and get my goods that way.
The only reason I don't drink eggnog every day of my life is because I'm too lazy to make it. I love eggnog.
All right. Who would you rather travel the road with? Xavier Woods or Cody Rhodes?
Oh, fuck. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
If I'm traveling the road with it, like I'm not like training with them, right? It's just like
no, you're in the car, you're driving place to place.
All right, Xavier Woods.
Yeah, I mean, I think Cody would be like fun. I think he'd have, we'll have a good time. But I think Xavier, I think we get along more. I think we have a lot in common.
Yeah, it's tough because you want like the 100% good time, or do you also want like the worldly knowledge of Cody?
Right.
Yeah.
It'd be some damn good stories.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like if you were traveling with Cody, I feel like it'd be 100% good time too. I don't think you would really like have a lot of like, oh, let me train you on this stuff.
True.
Yeah.
All right. And the final one. So you have something to do in this instance. You have a date, you have a job interview, you have something to do. You're not just kicking it around your house, or you can't just like put this on and not go out. You have some place to be, and it is some place you want to look sharp. Whose outfit would you rather wear? Shockmaster's or what Jake Roberts wore on Dynamite this week with those snake pajamas?
Jake Roberts.
If first of all, were those like little biker shorts? What was it, like those little shorts he was wearing, like Darby shorts? I don't know.
And then like the sneakers too, like the Foot Locker kicks didn't go at all.
If I've got a date and I pull up with a Shockmaster helmet and I can make that work, that'd be legendary. So I'm going with that.
Dude, the same here, man. Shockmaster all day. You roll up with that glitter ass helmet and the fur. Like you are showing first date.
That's not it.
You think it's pajama time all the time?
I think so, man. I think I can rock it. I'm better than that helmet.
It'd be awesome if you were if the person you had a job interview with or the date was a wrestling fan, and you trip right when you enter the room, and that's how you know it's meant to be if they laugh and they get it.
Gosh.
Well, that's all I got for who'd you rather.
You know what? I'm gonna go back and change mine. I picked Cody over Xavier, just because in my dream scenario, when I have enough money to live the way I live, I want to dress like Cody. I want to become the next Cody. So I'm just gonna sit there and absorb his wealth. So I'm sorry, Xavier.
I know Cody's a huge Star Wars fan. I know me here could talk about that all day too. So he would be a bad choice.
Yeah, he used to live at the Star Wars Disney place.
Yeah,
Empire's Edge. But good games, Zach. That was fun. That was fun times. Knock, you got some questions for us?
Yeah, just a few ones because what I watched in wrestling this past week. So my main issue will come with the faces. So WWE has this weird thing where they book the face like fools, like they look stupid and they get caught up in some dumb stuff. That was the case on SmackDown with Big E. I love what Sammy's doing, but for Big E to get fooled like that, it just made him look bad. Another time the face gets fooled by like the distraction with the music hits. So how do you book a face nowadays to get over? Because that's not how that works nowadays or even before.
If you want a strong face, you book him like John McClane. You know, he has to do stuff like walk on glass with bare feet. Not you do it literally on the show, but you give him like situations that he has to keep overcoming until he gets to Hans Gruber, your champion. But he's wisecracking, but he knows who he is. He's not Matt Riddle.
Yeah.
Oh, Matt Riddle. I seen something. I was looking at Raw earlier. He said something about like a bro nut. What the fuck is that?
Yeah. He was hanging donuts around. He wrote bro nuts on there, and it was just...
Vince was cracking up about that. There's word that he just loves Riddle right now. But he doesn't seem as a main event star, but he finds him very funny. So you're gonna see a lot of that.
And now, what about you, Eric, for the face?
I think so. I don't think you can book a face anymore. I think best you can hope for is to book a tweener, unless you get lucky and you have Daniel Bryan just land in your lap and you purposely forget him enough that everybody wants him. Yeah, I think John Moxley's a good way to book. The best way you can book a face tweener.
Yeah,
just
I think he's in that John McClane way that Zach was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he does do the snide little comments, you know, like when the guy gets sent up in the elevator tied to the chair, say, "No, I have a machine gun," ho, that stuff. That's the stuff that Moxley does, so I do appreciate that.
Yeah. Yippee-ki-yay, monkey flipper.
And then the last one. So this is the first time I've been excited to watch Impact in years, 5 to 8 years at least. And they really dropped the ball, man. I hit fast forward so many times. Is there any way they can save it for viewers to come back next week besides, oh, Kenny's going to be here? Is there a way that you can see with their current roster, or any way they can get, because that was bad.
I don't know. Even the results from their pay-per-view last night don't make me want to tune into anything.
Yeah. I look. This is what I would have done the first night. So I guess maybe you just do it again and hope that it works. The way AEW and NXT love having their like little mini pay-per-views on TV, like it's not pay-per-view, but it's a big event.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't you just do that? Like if you knew Kenny was coming, you knew you were gonna have all these eyes. I would have just done that. Like make it a big event, have your best matches, like whatever you have planned, like whatever you think is gonna be 5 stars. That's when you throw everything at everyone, and like this is what we have to offer.
Exactly. Like they kicked off, like it was okay. It was a good start to get you in, and then it just never went anywhere after that. I would have started an Ultimate X match. Throw everything at the wall, man. You need viewers. You guys have been on life support for years. Show them your best stuff and work it. Have a lot of women's matches. Put the titles on the line. I would have redid everything, even if I taped it. That was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wouldn't care that I had a pay-per-view today, Sunday. I don't think anyone from that watched Impact tuned in for that pay-per-view because it just wasn't good.
Nah. I think that pre-recording really killed them. They had all this stuff already done.
Yeah.
And which I don't know.
Which bugs me because I feel like they would have known about this for a while there. I thought like they had this in the works for a bit.
Apparently they've had it in the works for a year. Callis and Tony have been talking for a year, so.
I thought they said it was like 22 years.
I watched it twice. I don't know how I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just really bizarre why they didn't do anything. Like AEW is another company is going to film new stuff for you and you don't. Like that's just kind of weird.
Very.
Like I don't know, man. Just a lot of stuff shouldn't have been on that episode. The Tommy Dreamer murder stuff, that stuff's got to go. Like that's that's just really awful. You're gonna wrestle for your freedom.
Yeah.
Like that's really weird. Who's that dude who? It looks like he just got done going up like too many flights of stairs. He's like,
not Johnny Swinger.
The guy who was like, I hate when wrestlers book their own matches.
Team Canada dude, Scott D'Amore.
Yes. Oh my God, he should not be on TV.
He was really bad.
Man, and also, I don't mean to disrespect Tony Khan, and it's nice that he doesn't dress like a billionaire. But like when Shivani looks like the butch dude in that shot, like you got to redo that outfit, man. You can't come out looking like you're about to go play ball in the park.
Oh man, yeah. I'm so much hope to get better, but it was not smooth.
Yeah, I feel like I wasted my time.
You know what's really weird? I've yet to see, except for one time, I haven't seen anyone upset about it. Everyone seems to be like over the moon ecstatic that happened and like, wow, both promos were great. I've yet to see anyone on the internet, which is very rare, say that they didn't like it.
Huh. I didn't mind watching the first one. It's just getting to it sucked.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
I think Omega needs a little bit of work on the mic to cut those promos.
Yeah.
Everyone on the Elite does. Everyone but Cody needs work. They do.
They really do.
Yeah, those are the 2 discussion points I wanted for today. Because what happened last week could have been a little better.
Yeah.
And it'll be weird to see how the numbers turn out. I know their ratings are up big time. Like the Twitch ones, you go from 3,100 to 50,000.
It was 2,000 to 50,000.
Oh, geez.
Ludicrous.
Yeah. Being the 4th most watched thing on a fucking gaming channel, that's impressive.
Yeah. It will just be weird because Impact's coming out now, like just JRing the numbers, like all of a sudden they have like 750 some thousand, which they're adding up so many things that if you did that with AEW and WWE, you'd get dwarfed even more. So if you want to add up ratings, if you want to add into the ratings the Twitch stuff, then if you want to add into the ratings the YouTube hits, and if you want to add into the ratings what people are watching on your IG and everywhere else, just I don't know, just stick to your good numbers that you got this week and just try to improve your show.
Real quick before I say it, before last week's Impact on Twitch, there was an Impact last July that did some crazy numbers that featured me and Eric. Just saying, we pulled some numbers. So, I'm not just saying, but, the facts are there. It did some crazy numbers.
Silas Callis. All right. Very nice discussion points. All right. Coming up. It's been a while since we've done this. Oh, also, I forgot to say before we get to the game, let us know what you guys think about the booking of Kenny Omega and Don Callis, please, in the comments. And also, don't forget #vacate Zach. Vacate Zach. But before we get to this next game, it's going to be Tic Tac trivia. It's been a while since we played it. We're just going to be doing one round just to kind of, spice things up on the podcast. So, I'm going to go ahead and there we go.
The power is yours.
All right. Well, folks, if you've never seen one of our Tic Tac trivia games, basically it's going to be one round. Zach and Knock are going to answer multiple choice questions. First one to get 3 in a row is the winner. I've got 60 odd questions here for them to answer, and hopefully they answer them correctly. Are you guys ready?
Let's do it.
Yeah, just real quick. What's the tab up that you have that says Lemon Party?
Oh God, this guy. Let's see. Where are my questions at? They just disappeared on me.
Just like your belt.
Damn it, he beat me to the punch.
Yeah, you both think you geniuses now all of a sudden. Okay. All right. I was going to give Zach. You know what? I should go first. I don't even want to give neither of y'all go first, but Zach, go ahead. I'll go to you first. First question. Which group would win Best Gimmick of the Year by the Wrestler Observer Newsletter and PWI's Tag Team of the Year in 2015? A, The Shield. B, The Wyatt Family. C, The New Day. Or D, The Revival.
A, The Shield.
Incorrect.
I'm going to go with The New Day.
And that is correct.
Let's
Never
go.
against The New Day. Where are we going?
I'm going right in the middle.
All right. Knock goes to you. You can keep going since you stole it.
Let's do it.
Next question. Which of these is the only video game in history to receive an award from Spike Video Game Awards for Best Fighting Game? A, WWE All-Stars. B, WWE SmackDown vs. Raw. C, WWE Here Comes the Pain. Or D, WWE WrestleMania 19.
I love the SmackDown vs. Raw games, but I'm guessing Here Comes the Pain.
That's correct.
Let's do it.
Damn.
The other 3 were nominated, but Here Comes the Pain was the only one to actually win.
That one just gets talked about so much. I'm going to go bottom right.
All right, you're right there. Zach, over to you. Need this for the block. In wrestling terminology, what does it mean if you're going Broadway? Is it A, you're in a talking promo segment only? B, a match ending in a time limit draw? C, an emotional ending to a match? Or D, wrestling 6 days in 1 week?
I'll say D.
Incorrect.
Damn.
Knock, you get this, you win. What does it mean?
The emotional draw, I think it was C.
Unfortunately not.
Fuck.
It's when a match ends in a time limit draw.
Does it say why it's called that?
I actually have no idea.
Okay.
Omega Okada too.
Yeah. I guess because matches, besides AEW and New Japan, you don't see a lot of matches going to time limit, so probably never heard the term.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, just DQ.
Yeah. All right. This goes over to you, Knock. Get this, you win.
All right.
Who was Hulk Hogan's final opponent in WWE?
Oh, fuck.
A, Carlito. B, Shawn Michaels. C, Randy Orton. Or D, The Big Show?
I'm thinking it's either Randy or Carlito. I know he had that last feud. Did he have to do something with Carlito? Maybe Carlito?
I will say he did do something. Was that your final answer? Knock.
I'm sure his phone is out so he could look this shit up.
Oh, I was like, every episode there's no camera. Now he gets to just look at it. You know what? I'm gonna do an executive ruling here. Last thing I heard was Carlito. We're going with that. It was incorrect. So Zach, while he's reconnecting.
Yeah, I picked Carlito. So
okay.
Yeah.
That was incorrect. Zach.
Oh.
Who was Hulk Hogan's last opponent in WWE? Shawn Michaels, Randy Orton, or The Big Show?
Randy Orton?
That is correct. 2006 SummerSlam, when Randy Orton was hitting on Brooke Hogan.
I should have known.
Unfortunately for him, it didn't work out like Aaliyah and Murphy.
Impact copied that with Bully Ray and Brooke. It was kind of gross.
Oh, I imagine so.
Oh, I remember that.
All right. Next up, who holds the record? And this one goes over to you, Zach.
To me, I think.
Did Zach just steal it?
Yeah,
this is why we stopped.
Stole it.
This is why I stopped hosting this game. It's too damn confusing. Who holds the record for the most wins from PWI's Wrestler of the Year? A. AJ Styles, B. Hulk Hogan, C. Ric Flair, or D. Dusty Rhodes?
Most wins?
Most wins from PWI's Wrestler of the Year category.
I'll say Dusty.
Incorrect. Knock. Who has the most wins for PWI's Wrestler of the Year? AJ Styles, Hulk Hogan, or Ric Flair?
I might go Flair. Yeah, I'm gonna go Flair.
That is correct.
Damn.
All right.
Fun fact, AJ Styles ties Rick for the most consecutive wins at 3, though.
Okay.
Where are we heading to, Knock?
Let's go the bottom left.
All right. Right there. Knock, you get this. You get the win. Follow-up question. How many wins does Ric Flair have for PWI's Wrestler of the Year?
Oh, shit. I don't know.
A, 4, B, 5, C, 6, or D, 7?
Let's go for 7.
Incorrect. Zach, how many wins does he have? 4, 5, or 6?
4.
He has 6 wins to his name.
That was my second guess.
All right. Over to you, Knock. In order to join the group Legacy, Orton put 3 superstars to a test. Which of these wrestlers was not tested to join Legacy? A, Cody Rhodes, B, Manu, C, Sim Snuka, or D, Ted DiBiase?
So I'm lucky I know that Manu was the third man, so it's the C one, whatever name you said.
That's incorrect.
What?
I'll give you a reason why but if Zach doesn't get this. So Zach, who was not tested to join Legacy? Cody Rhodes, Manu, or Ted DiBiase?
Cody.
So the first week, Orton decides, he goes up to Cody, he goes up to Manu. I want you guys to be in a group with me, but I'm going to test you. Cody passes, Manu fails, and then Sim Snuka comes up and says, I also want to be in this group. He fails the test, but Ted DiBiase just magically gets to join because Ted DiBiase. So Ted DiBiase was the only person who wasn't tested. He just joined.
Wait. So who was the Snuka dude? I've never heard of this dude.
He was there. If you like the week that DiBiase joined, Sim Snuka and Manu both got kicked out, and they tagged for a while against Legacy, but he was very short-lived. It was very short.
Knock is kind of like your title reign.
Honey, what have you done with yours?
Not much.
Come on, we need a right answer here, guys. Come on.
I know.
All right, Zach, over to you.
Okay.
What was the first ever title Christian ever captured in the WWE? A, European Championship, B, Light Heavyweight Championship, C, WWF Tag Team Championship, or D, Intercontinental Championship?
Tag championship?
Incorrect.
Damn.
Knock. First title question.
The European, and what was the second one?
The light heavyweight championship.
Fuck, it's one of those two. Go European.
Unfortunately, not. In his debut match, he would win the light heavyweight championship against Taka Michinoku. Next question. Over to you, Zach. While Walter versus Tyler Bate at NXT UK TakeOver. Actually, wait, I'm sorry. This goes over to you, Knock. While Walter versus Tyler Bate at NXT UK TakeOver Cardiff gained 5.25 stars. That was Walter's second 5-star match. Who did he face to get his first 5-star match? A. Will Ospreay. B. Matt Riddle. C. Zack Sabre Jr. Or D. Jordan Devlin.
Fuck, I thought Pete Dub would be one of them, but I know he had great matches with Jordan Devlin. I don't know if his Will Ospreay matches were 5 stars, but I'm gonna go Devlin.
Incorrect. Zach.
I'll go Ospreay.
Incorrect.
Damn.
Zack Sabre Jr. at PWG All-Star Weekend in 2017, night 2.
That doesn't surprise me, but damn, that's the one I didn't see.
Yeah, I when I wrote these questions, I looked it up. It was a damn good match. I recommend it. All right, Zach, over to you. At the time this question was written, so hopefully it's still true. I think it is, because I don't think many Dark Order members have actually wrestled that much. Which member of the Dark Order currently has the best win-loss record? A. Evil Uno. B. Mr. Brody Lee. C. Stu Grayson. Or D. Colt Boom Boom Cabana. And this is overall. This isn't just in 2020.
Stu Grayson?
That's correct.
Nice.
At 16-7. And I don't think he's actually wrestled since I made this question a while ago. Evil Uno, second at 15-7. I don't have Colt. I think that was they were very close.
Okay.
Colt and Evil Uno I don't have, but they both haven't won that much. Zach, where are we heading to?
Is Knock anywhere else that I can't see?
Right here.
He's right there. All right, I'll go in between.
All right. Knock. Over to you. Who is tied with William Regal for the most WWE European title reigns? A. X-Pac. B. The British Bulldog. C. Triple H. Or D. D'Lo Brown.
Let's go with D'Lo. Just don't drop the fork.
With that, Knock, you win.
Let's go.
Tied with 4 title reigns. Eagle held it longer, 179 days. D'Lo had it for a total of 140.
Okay.
All right.
Good shit, D'Lo.
First Tic Tac trivia on the podcast. Knock, you get the win. I get my title back, and everyone's happy.
What?
Oh, man.
All right. Before we head off to the promo school, before we go to class, anybody got anything special they want to say?
I'm a little upset I lost my belt, but don't worry, guys. Fans out there, I will get it back. You have nothing to fear. Knock, he is here.
God, this guy. Yeah, let's get the promos. This guy needs his promos. Let's see what's up in promo school.
All right. Let's go to promo school then. Today we are going to play Pass the Baton again. We are going to do it in the form of your opponents are going to be the shows that we watched this week. I put them there in the chat in that order. So what you will do is you will go in that order and you'll pass the baton. So you'll go from Raw and you'll cut a face promo. And then you'll cut a face promo on NXT, then AEW, Impact, SmackDown, AAA, ROH, NWA. And then you're going to go back down and cut heel promos on them. So again, we're going to do like how we talked about. You build your opponent up so they seem like a threat. So you're going to give them compliments. They can be shady compliments if you'd like, especially with Raw. But you can do that on the way up. And then on the way down, you're just going to dig into them and, do what you do. Make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Whoever wants to start first, you'll just pass the baton until you get back down to Raw.
Okay.
You said you put the order in the chat?
Yeah. Let me know if you see it.
Actually, sorry. So real quick. So if I start, I'm on Raw, and then it goes to Naki on NXT.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
You alternate shows.
Just to be sure. Okay. Then I'll go ahead and start then.
Knock, you got that list on there?
I don't see it.
Okay, you got a pen and paper?
All
Yeah.
right, here, let me see if I can just copy it for you.
Okay.
Because I think maybe he got disconnected.
Oh, yeah. You see it now?
All right, perfect. Yeah, I got it.
All right, let her rip.
All right. Raw, I want to give it up to you. You realize that you need improvement. So what do? You send your biggest men back down to the performance center. Some of your best men, but you are trying to improve. And for that, I congratulate you. Because we could all use a little improvement, but you saw it in yourself to improve. I'll pass it to you, Knock, for NXT.
Pass it over to me, and I will cross it out with the return of Carrion. But that had nothing to do, as you got slashed once again, NXT. What can you do? You keep getting led astray, bamboozled, run amok, flat out deceived, and you have nothing on the next that Zach is going to take care of.
Oh, Dynamite, what can I say? You were Dynamite, but more maybe like a firecracker. But hey, there was some spark in there, so good for you. Good on you, AEW, because, instead of going back and watching something and giving Impact more hits, you did it smart. Why give the other company hits when you can just redo the same shtick on your show with Kenny? Smart job on you, Tony Khan.
And SmackDown. What can I say about you? The best looking thing about you is Carmella. And hey, that's cool. You guys, if I were you, I'd put Carmella on free TV too. Why not? I mean, you got Roman Reigns. He's doing S-tier work, but compared to other promotions, what are you really doing here?
What are you really doing here? You call yourself AAA, but you got 6 sides like your Impact. But you don't really deliver Impact. You're a song and dance. That's all you really do. Choreograph moves. Where's the fight? Where's the war? Nothing on honor.
That's right. Knock is covering 3 shows at once. That's how good we are here. And NWA, I'm covering you every week. I love that you're showing stuff that was filmed months ago because I love reliving the past. Good on you for playing up my age because, the pandemic and all. I'll relive stuff that happened 2-3 months ago while I go into the future and see what happens with your champions on Dynamite.
Okay, so now it's a heel promo on NWA and back.
Yes.
Okay.
I thought that was the heel promo. I was ripping these people to shreds.
Yeah, I know.
I'll go face. It'll be a little weird, but I'll go face this time.
Okay. All right, NWA. I don't know if you understand the concept of time, but time keeps moving forward. I'm not watching Shockwave to go back in time, all right? This ain't no Back to the Future. I ain't Marty McFly, and you sure as hell ain't Doc Brown, all right? Get your shit together. Show me something new.
ROH, I love that you're showing me something new every week. I love it. Just too bad you can't get your house in order because now your pay-per-view has run amok on yourself. You need to get your COVID stuff straight because now I can't see EC3 and he probably won't be in your company anymore after the new year.
Man, AAA is the best around. Got more sides than you can imagine. All these shows can't even dare to come close to our high-flying action. So keep that up because AAA is on top.
Over here on SmackDown Live, I'm ready for a good time. We've got Roman Reigns talking to people's families. Oh, actually, Chef, this is the heel promo. Okay, SmackDown, what are you doing having Roman Reigns talking to people's family like some kind of creep? Don't you ever have that man looking at my TV again talking that kind of way. You do that again, I'll get a restraining order on your ass, all right? And you got Sami Zayn out here selling t-shirts, running around, winning by DQ. You know the guy can actually wrestle, right? You know he can actually do some moves. He can win.
And someone who won the ratings war a little bit this week, Impact, congratulations. But also thank you, a big thank you. Just like an ex posting online, you made me thank you for not watching you for the last 4 years. Thank you for that. And now I know to wait 4 more years, or at least until AEW tells me to watch you.
And it's now time for that elite show, Dynamite, going straight to the moon. Too bad the other show can't do that. We're at the top. We got Winter Has Came. The Sting is here to DDT all competition.
And over on NXT, we got a little PD Dunn trying to shoot his shot, trying to go after the. If I want to see PD Dunn, I go back to NXT UK. All right, I want to see some good old fashioned American people. You know what? That beginning of NXT was fuck. I had this thing about it being a joke because it was like 2 Irishmen and something. I forgot. Point is, get your shit together. You lose the ratings war. That's all I can say.
And you may be doing good in the ratings, Raw, but you're just doing so awful storytelling wise. When I can Monday morning quarterback Monday night while watching your show, you know you're in trouble. You got the Hurt Business and New Day coming out every which way, all these different matches. Just pick someone to have the win and move on with your feud, please, because I need to move on with my life. Every Monday night, I age 10 years.
Oh man. Not my best promo school.
Not even listening.
Listen, man. Eric skipped one, so I try to cover that one.
Which one was that?
Impact.
Oh shit. Oh well, that's the promo on itself. I don't care about Impact.
Cool. Yeah, and good job. Otherwise, just the basic build up and then tear down of your opponent just to make your opponent seem like they're worth the match that you're having with them.
Yeah. Oh man. You know what? So I know Zach. I know you both watched Chappelle's show. I went back and I revisited, and Charlie Murphy tells a story about Prince, and he challenges people. I dare you to go out and challenge Prince. See that it's not easy. Well, you know what? I challenge people, in the comments to send us your damn promo schools because this ain't easy. Mm-hmm. Shit is difficult every week.
I really don't tell them what we're doing on the show either, so I give them both credit for doing their best because they hear it right away and then they just deliver. So,
you get a real response here.
But that is pretty much the show. I believe it's about an hour, so hopefully y'all listening, you had a good time. Any last words before we head out?
Hope to get my belt back. Shout out to The Last of Us 2 for winning Game of the Year. That's it for me. Don't what Eric said, make yourself unprivate so we can see who you are.
Exactly.
I didn't mean to have that sound so creepy, but
if we get enough people to do it, maybe we will do a drawing next week. But the way it is now, it's just I want to make sure everyone who can win does win. Make these for a reason. And don't head to those comments, #vacate Zach. And Zach, you where can they find us?
They can find us going through people's closets before the next week of shows, man. What is going on? Miro, Jake Roberts, a couple other people on the Indies. We need to stop this. Just let Scarlett and Sasha Banks' boyfriend do everything for you.
Yep.
Oh,
man. All right. Hit that music. Show's done.